When were you done with someone? When my landlord tried to keep my $2,000 deposit for damages that were there before I moved in, I was done playing fair. I'm not the type to cause drama, but this guy crossed the line. He claimed I destroyed the kitchen cabinets and stained the carpet, both things I'd photographed on move-in day. The first call went nowhere. Those photos don't prove anything, he said. Could have been taken anywhere. He claimed the photos were edited. Third call, he said I caused additional damage after taking the pictures. By the fourth call, he was charging me extra fees. There's a $200 administrative cost for deposit disputes, he announced. I tried email. He responded with a formal letter from his legal team, basically his nephew who just finished school. They wanted $500 more for professional cleaning services. I called the cleaning company. They'd never heard of him. I discovered he was already advertising my old apartment online. Same photos I'd taken, but he'd cropped out the damage. The listing claimed recently renovated and pristine condition. That's when I started digging deeper. I found his other rental properties, online reviews from former tenants complaining about stolen deposits. One guy lost $1,800 for mysterious water damage. I called his current tenants. Found 3 people dealing with the exact same scam. One woman had been fighting for her deposit for 8 months. But here's what really made me angry. I discovered he was using my deposit money to fund renovations on his other properties. My money was literally paying for someone else's apartment improvements. I printed every single photo from move-in day, 47 pictures total. Then I made copies of our original lease and all my payment records. I also printed screenshots of his fake listing, the cleaning company's denial email, and testimonials from his other victims. I found out he was showing the apartment to new tenants. The listing said, available immediately, with showings scheduled for Saturday afternoon. Perfect timing. I called pretending to be interested. Booked the last appointment slot at 3 p.m., giving my girlfriend's name and number. Saturday morning, I positioned myself across the street and watched. 3 different couples toured the place between noon and 2:30. At 3 p.m., I showed up during the scheduled viewing with a young couple, walked right up to the front door and knocked. When he answered, his face went white. Behind him, I could see the couple examining the pristine kitchen cabinets. I smiled and said loud enough for the couple to hear. "Hi, Mr. Johnson. I'm your former tenant. Mind if I show these nice people the real condition of this place?" He tried to block the doorway. "You can't be here. This is private property." "Actually," I said, pulling out my phone, "I'm still legally allowed to discuss my tenancy. Public information." I pulled out my photo album and started flipping through damage pictures. "This hole in the wall? Here before I moved in." The couple looked horrified. The woman whispered to her boyfriend, "If he's lying about this, what else is he hiding? And this kitchen cabinet you're admiring? Missing handle when I moved in. See? Photo dated 8 months ago." Mr. Johnson was turning red. "These people need to leave now." The boyfriend stepped forward. "Actually, we'd like to hear this. We're about to put down a $2,000 deposit." I nodded. "Funny you mention that. He's currently trying to steal mine for these exact same damages." I showed them the fake listing on my phone, then the real photos. The couple looked at each other, then at Mr. Johnson. "We'll be in touch," the woman said coldly. They walked away immediately. Mr. Johnson slammed the door. "We need to talk," he said, voice shaking. "I'm good right here, thanks." He came outside holding an envelope. "Look, there was obviously some confusion about the deposit." "No confusion. You tried to steal my money. The photos, I didn't realize you had them." Another couple was walking up the street, clearly heading for his building. His eyes went wide. Okay, full deposit, no fees, no questions." Within a day, I had a check for the full deposit amount plus penalties.